Good afternoon, everyone, and Dustin here, bringing you another episode of our Healthy Helpings taste test videos. I'm so excited to be with you guys, and I'm really excited for the recipe that I'm going to be making today. So let's get started. So today I am making a black bean and corn salad. So this recipe originally called for black-eyed peas. I love black beans instead, so I went ahead and substituted black beans for mine. In this bowl, I have two cans of black beans, 1 can of corn. I have 2 medium-sized bell peppers. I have 1 tomato, 1 onion, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. If your cans of black beans and corn have salt, then go ahead and omit this 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I have 1 teaspoon of cumin. I have 2 tablespoons of vinegar, any kind that you would like. And then I have 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. The recipe initially called for canola oil, but I substituted for olive oil because those have the healthy fats in there, omega-3 fatty acids, which can be really good for lowering your cholesterol and just overall heart health as well. So just a really easy substitution there. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna go wash my hands. I've already washed my produce, and let's get started. Okay, so now I'm gonna dice my tomato. I've already washed this tomato, so now I'm just going to dice it. And you can dice it any way that you would like. I am going to dice mine like this. Like this. I love using all these different colors in a dish. It just makes it feel really summery and just really fun and refreshing as well. And tomatoes, don't be scared if you don't do a great job cutting tomatoes because they are a little difficult to chop. For things like this, I like to put like a wet paper towel or napkin underneath my cutting board so my cutting board does not slide all over the place. So I like them to be about this consistency. Like I said, you can make them bigger or smaller depending upon what you like. So now onto the bell pepper. So what I like to do is just cut it in the folds here of the bell pepper and just slice all the way down. And bell peppers are really interesting because they come in about 4 different colors. So red, yellow, orange, and then green. And the difference in the bell pepper is that how long they're left on the vine. So for instance, the green bell pepper is green because it is picked first. And then red is picked last, which means a red has the most nutrients. And they contain like vitamin A, vitamin C, and things of that nature. Very good for heart health. So I'm just going to take this off right here and just cut the folds and then dice up my bell pepper. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to chop my onion. So I'm just gonna cut the onion in half. I'm gonna leave the root on because a famous chef taught me on YouTube that when you remove this part, that's when the onion starts bleeding. So I'm gonna leave that on, and I'm just gonna dice it in the middle and let the weight of the knife do the majority of the work. So I'm gonna hold it in place, make sure your hands are not anywhere near the knife, and then I'm just gonna chop it down. And then put it on its side like this, and just start dicing. Move my hands back. And then I'm gonna turn it the other way. I could eat onions in just about any meal that there is. I love a good onion, y'all. So I'm gonna continue dicing these up, and then I'm just gonna throw them in my bowl over here as well. And now I'm going to add the wet ingredients and the seasonings. So let's do that now. All right, guys, so I'm gonna start by adding the cumin into the mixture. So I really like cumin because it's really a good source of iron, and it also really helps with digestion as well. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. Then I'm going to add my vinegar as well in there. Just gonna give it some flavor there. I mean, and as we know, vinegar has a lot of health benefits to it as well. Next, I'm adding my extra virgin olive oil. And like I said earlier, those have healthy fats. They're called omega-3 fatty acids. And they are really good for lowering your cholesterol. And then lastly, I'm gonna add my salt and pepper in there. And that was 1/4 teaspoon of each. All right, guys, so I have added my wet ingredients in here along with that seasoning, and I'm just gonna give this a quick fold over. Now, like I said earlier, this recipe is yours to do whatever you want. You can add or take out anything from here. If you don't wanna use the oil, then you could definitely add some balsamic dressing or some Italian dressing to this as well. And just make it your own. Just give it just a different taste in there as well. I will be eating this with some whole wheat tortilla chips. You can put it inside of a tortilla. I mean, literally with this, the sky is the limit. So I hope that you have enjoyed this Healthy Helpings video, and I can't wait to see you guys again. Thank you so much.